Today I'm going to show you how you can make your own stencils for spray painting so you end up with nice, really crisp designs. I'm Brogan Pratt, and I've been teaching students this kind of stuff for over 10 years now, so hopefully some of these skills can help your project get up and started without making some of the same mistakes that I've made in the past. I'm going to step you through how do you actually design a stencil and find the correct kind of type font. Talk about mocking it up in a drawing program, cutting it out. We'll talk about some techniques for how do you actually spray paint properly and avoiding drips or avoiding overspray. And then I'll also show you a really easy technique you can use to fix any overspray mistakes that may have happened. Spray painting a stencil object starts with the correct font. I like to head over to dafont.com because it's got a lot of great fonts that you can use. I'm going to go ahead and search for a stencil font. And I can scroll through, and what font I'm looking for is I'm looking for one that when I cut it out, it's not going to have any empty space in the middle. So for instance, Umar here is not going to be great because the R and the A, the inside of those holes are going to be cut out and not going to be able to show them. So I'm personally going to go ahead and choose Stencilia. I'm going to go ahead and choose download. Once you download it, you can go ahead and open up your Finder window and unlock that zip folder. Inside the zip folder, you're going to find a few TTF files. Those are effectively text files. You can go ahead and double click one to be able to open up and install it. Let's go ahead and open up the front preview for what it's going to look like. You can go ahead and install it. I've already installed it. And then that's it. That's already up on your computer. Now I'm going to head over to Adobe Illustrator, make your artboard, whatever size you have. For my laser cutter, it's 41 by 30. And then I'm going to go ahead and just put in some font. So I'm going to choose my text, and I'm going to say, I'm going to print out some large numbers here. I'm going to go ahead and select this, and I'm going to make my width. I'm just going to choose a standard width that I'm looking for. In my case, it's 35 mil. I'll go ahead and move it over. Print it out, cut it out with a cardboard tool, or take it on a piece of paper, stick it on a piece of cardboard, cut it out. I'm going to use laser cutter. So I'm going to go ahead and take my stencil. I'm going to place it about centered in my canvas. And what's really important here is you want to make sure that your stencil is as flat to your surface as you can. So I'm actually going to bend. My cardboard was a little bit folded up, so I'm going to bend it down a bit. I'm going to grab some rough masking tape here, and I'm just going to tape down the corners. The worst thing about spray painting here is something called overspray. So I like to take a couple dead pieces here, and I wrap it up and around. So I give myself a little bit of extra wiggle room here. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. You want to make sure you give your spray paint a really good shake. And with my spray paint, the most important thing you're going to want to know is you want to drag across first before you start to spray. So here, I'm going to drag, and then I'm going to start actually pushing the button. And not too close. I like to stay about 10 centimeters away. It's pretty windy, so I actually have to get a little bit closer today than I would like to be. I'm going to hit this from a few different angles, making sure that I'm not putting too much on. It's better to do light passes rather than a heavy pass, because if you do heavy passes, you're going to get drips. You can see here that I should have put a piece of cardboard there, but that's nothing that a little bit of sandpaper can't take out. With most projects, mistakes are bound to happen. What I can do is I can get a little bit of sandpaper and a block of wood. Any size works. Wrap this sandpaper up around my block of wood. This is called a sanding block. It's going to give you a nice flat surface. And I can just give it a little buff here. With a little bit of sanding, it's like that mistake never even happened. Hope you found that project helpful, and maybe next time we'll try some more advanced designs out.